And you should be doing.
I'm not really that fussed.
So, now, it's...
And would you... So, I mean, you could, if you wanted to get a message out to everybody in the school, just come in here and do that.
Yeah,
and
we're going to take over the school and get them to fill in here.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm taking over the school.
Now, it's not just a coincidence this is English. We have a room like this in every zone. So there's one in maths, one in science, one in humanities and so on. What we wanted here was a room which was focused on communication and focused on developing real deeper learning, deep understanding. So we just run the narrative, say, for this area, how things might work. It could be that, let's suppose, English, we were starting off a session on World War I poetry. Yeah? Then that might be started off with 2 or 3 groups in one of those rooms, opened out 120 square metres, 2 or 3 teachers doing a start-up session to really stimulate things. And then, given their tasks, or identifying their tasks in small groups, they can break out into groups of different abilities, or different interests, and so on. They can work in the smaller rooms, they can work in the open learning area. It's wireless throughout. There is access to laptop at any time. Yeah? We have 800 machines in the school. So when all up and running, we've got the opportunity for laptop on demand. Yeah? So then it might well be that they've worked on at different paces and so on and explored different themes. The teacher can bring them together in here. There's 50 people who fit in here quite comfortably. Now, Rosie, tell us about what you felt was making Butch right the way he was. What was it that you discovered about him? And what did that particular thing tell you about him that maybe he's changed? John, what do you think of that? Do you agree with that? What were you exploring? And let's go into the deeper understanding. The whole idea of the room is to remove the furniture and the barriers and the other distractions. So it's that fitness for purpose. Also, great.
Where did you get the kind of idea for this from?
The idea was about thinking, actually dissecting the elements of teaching and learning and the skills that we feel young people will need to compete in a global economy, in a global information market for the next 20, 30 years. And looking at those, where are they going to be really good thinkers? Where are they going to become really good listeners? Where are they going to become really IT confident? All those types of things. And we decided that the only way they were really going to get those was by doing, by really doing it and feeling it. And when we go over to science, you'll see there, in terms of the labs that we have there, there is a rule now with the science team. We only have 4 really big labs. We have other rooms for science for doing different things. But when they go in those labs, they dress like scientists, they look like scientists, they feel like scientists, and therefore they are scientists. Yeah? And they don't do anything but researching and what. They might do that in those labs. And then they might come out into the open space, having collected their results on their PDAs or their logins, into a more appropriate fit-for-purpose space to analyse those results, to research further onto the internet, or to go into a science room which isn't a lab and discuss the theory, or to come into one of these and say, Paul, why was that carbon dioxide in there? Why do you really think it was there? But Julie, you didn't find any. What was different about your experiment? What was the issue for you? And to really get under the learning. And you are creating spaces that are appropriate to the activities you want to take place at that time. But in order to do that, you have to have a structure that supports it. Yeah? So, a staffing structure to help you manage these types of spaces. A technology infrastructure to help you manage the distribution of information and so on. So, you can't just build a building. You can't just think about the rooms you want in it. You've got to think about the structures, the training, and the person.
And do you like the learning in this kind of, without the furniture?
The first lesson that I had in this school was in this actual room. It's more laid back. I don't know if that's just because I'm in sixth form or what, but you get to stretch out, you get to be comfortable, you get to teacher stands in the middle, everyone can see, you're not blocked by so-and-so's head, and you can't just, obviously it's at different levels, so you can choose where to sit, you can sit on the floor, you can So it's really comfortable and easy to learn, and you can hear because obviously she's all the way around and she can come up to you and talk to you and get you up, and it's just a better learning facility really, and personal experience is definitely. I'm sick of sitting at desks for 5 years.
You're a bit desked out, as they say. Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
So yeah, the